Okay, so today I'm gonna rank every episode of Daredevil Born Again. Yeah. So basically, it's a ranking. So I'm gonna base it off my opinion, and simple as that. I would like to preface this. I don't think any of these episodes are bad. I don't think any of them are good. I actually think they're all pretty great episodes. So if I put your favorite episode at the bottom, I'm sorry. I think they're all great. But some are clearly at the top, some are clearly at the bottom. Anyways, to get that straight, at number 9, we have With Interest, or episode 5. Or also known as the one where he kind of is just in the bank. And it's sort of filler. It's good filler. But yeah. It's pretty cool. We get to see, I feel like, more connections, like, with people like Kamala's dad being in the picture. And we get to see that. So that's cool to show the connection to the larger MCU. But I feel like they did that better in, like, I think it was episode 1 or 2 when they mentioned, like, Spider-Man and, like, the swordsman in episode 3 from Hawkeye. I think that's better. But, yeah. I think it was, fine. Most of it. I liked when Matt actually used his abilities to take down the people. Because that's always just the coolest part. And when he actually uses his powers properly. Like that, and I think it was episode 2 and 1 where he just locks in with his abilities. Those are my favorite moments. Especially, there's this one moment in season 3. I think it was the, like, second to last episode, penultimate episode, when they were getting Ray Nadeem to the, courtroom so he can testify. And then Matt is like, okay, well, I can see all these people. You have a gun. Shoot here, shoot here, shoot here, shoot here. Even though they were through a truck, I thought that was just a cool moment of his powers. Because he can see everything. But, yeah, those are definitely just the best parts of the entire series. But overall, this episode is just pretty filler. And, yeah, it's good filler, but filler nonetheless. At number 8, we have Art for Art's Sake. This is the probably second most controversial episode of the entire show. Or at least this season. In the fact that it kills Muse just right off the bat. That put it at last episode for a lot of people. But personally, I think there's a lot of good scenes in this. Like, Muse is, at least when he's under the mask, and he's pretty good. I do like Muse in this episode. So, and I do like how they sort of did things. Kingpin, Matt, they're all good. Like all that. Although, I will say something. Yeah, they definitely wasted Muse. That's the biggest problem with this episode. Muse, like, I remember hearing that from people that it would be like that Kingpin and Muse, they were going to team up to beat him. Or no, Kingpin and Matt were going to team up to beat Muse because that's how big of a threat he is. Didn't happen. Honestly, I wouldn't want that to happen. Probably I just want Muse to be a main villain. But yeah. I don't think they really pulled off Muse the best. He really only spoke in this episode. Episode 6, which we'll see way higher on the list. He's great in there for intimidation factor, not for character-wise. As intimidation-wise, he killed 60 people and is now painting murals with blood on the street. That's so, like, sick. But, yeah, I don't think it pulled off well. They just wasted Muse. But other than that, I think the episode is still pretty great. Oh, also, I forgot to give rating for the first one. Episode 5, I give an 8.3. This episode, I give an 8.4. Anyways, at number 7 is episode 2, or Optics. I think it's a step down from episode 1. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of the opposite of episode 1, where, I'll get to it later, but episode 1, it starts off at its peak, then goes down, while here, it starts not in the peak and goes up, where at the end, we have that really cool scene of him beating on the two, corrupt police officers. But yeah, so that's probably one problem. And there's like, I like seeing Fisk mayor and be the mayor and do stuff like that. It's pretty cool. That's just kind of a comic thing. I think I do like sort of when he shows up doing these like publicity things and acts like a mayor. A good mayor? Maybe not. I mean, he did like try to kill everyone in the finale, but yeah, I do like those scenes. And personally, I just think it's probably my most forgotten episode. This and shockingly episode 4 are probably my most forgotten episodes. And, well, episode 4 is next. But, yeah. So, I'm going to give this episode an 8.6 out of 10. I still think it's great. But I think, yeah. I mean, it's great. Okay. At number 6, we have Sync Semper Systema. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Or episode 4. Or, better known as the Punisher episode. Which I heard got a lot of praise. I did really like it. But I thought the episode was really good throughout. And then what pushes it this high in the list is obviously the Punisher when he speaks with him. And he asks, like, if justice was truly served with Poindexter because Foggy is dead and he just won't bring it up. It's one of the post-overhaul scenes and just proves how my hype for season 2, because that's all post-overhaul team, and I think my top 4, 4 of them are basically entirely post-overhaul episodes. So I'm very hyped for that, but sadly this has pre-overhaul episode. Although I do like some pre-overhaul stuff. But anyways, yeah, this is clearly shown in here where we just get that Punisher scene, which is just such a different scene. It's by far the best scene of this episode. It's a really great scene where we get to see Punisher again. So that's cool. That's really all I remember. And everyone remembers, but it's a good episode. Oh, also Hector's kid or niece, I forget her name. Ava, was it? I think it was Ava. Anyways, she comes by and there's stuff with that and the cops. We go into more of that and I think we have some moments with Vanessa and Wilson in therapy, which is good. But yeah, so I'll give it like an 8.8 or an 8.7 out of 10. At number 5, I have The Hollow of His Hand. This may be a hot take, but yeah, there is no action, which I thought people would dislike, but I don't dislike. I like how this goes more into his lawyer life, because there's really only one trial ever in Daredevil that I can remember. And that's obviously Trial Frank Castle, which is a great series of episodes, that whole Punisher stuff. But, yeah. And this is the first one since then, I believe. Other than, him doing, testimonies and stuff like that, but those aren't trials. We never got to see a trial, but anyways, yeah. It's really good. I really do like the trial, especially once he's revealed that he's White Tiger, and then, obviously, big twist of the episode, he's free, then just gets shot in the head. It's a very sad and, climactic way to just end the character, and, yeah. Although, the hype that the Punisher, I was so shocked. I was like, anyways, with the guy with the Punisher, said who killed him, but wasn't the Punisher, but, yeah, it was great. I thought it was a really great episode. So, I'll give it an 8.9 out of 10. Anyways, at number 4 is probably the most controversial episode on this list. Maybe of all Daredevil. In Heaven's Half Hour. Obviously, because it killed Foggy. People don't like that decision. I don't think he's dead, because this happened in the comics. He faked his death, or Vanessa faked his death, or something like that. Which does make sense. I mean, Vanessa hired him, or, Bullseye to kill him. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. But, yeah, I do like the post, 1 year later. I think it's good. But, obviously, what pushes this so high is the fantastic opening. It's so faithful to the original. I mean, we get Bullseye, we get Karen, Foggy, we get Josie's bar, we get stuff like that. And we get a sort of setting for our new characters, which I do really like. But yeah, this episode is most definitely carried by that opening, especially like. It's really nice that we got to see Karen and Foggy, especially since they weren't going to show up in the original version because they were going to die off screen. Like, the original opening was literally just Matt crying, and that's it. Foggy would have died off screen. That would have been his reaction. Then, presumably, they just skip 1 year later, which is stupid. Anyways, but yeah, there are some good moments with Fisk, so that's cool. At number 3 is probably the best pre-overhaul in Excessive Force. Heaven's Half Hour, I give it a 9.4 out of 10. Anyways, Excessive Force is a really great episode. It's definitely where Muse peaks. Find out that he's painting people's blood to use murals, and that he killed 60 people is a really... Woo! The Anti-Vigilante Task Force, I think, is assembled this episode. And there's just a lot of cool stuff. We get Matt finally back in the suit. We get all this cool stuff. We get Muse and Daredevil fight. We get Adam and Kingpin fight. We get... It's all really good. I do quite just love everything that shows up in this episode. I may have ranked it too high at 9.6 out of 10. I may need to rewatch it. But yes, I do really just love this episode. And it would be the best episode if it weren't for the overhaul content. Because at number 2, we have the finale, or Straight to Hell. It's a great team up. I mean, we get... Oh my god. We get the most brutal death, like, ever. I was so shocked. It's like Red Rush, but worse. And in live action. Anyways, yeah, it's really, that was dope moment. Then it's really nice, or cool to see how even like Disney Plus says that Mayor Fisk has now become Mayor Kingpin. And he is going all around. He's made martial law. These people, the Anti-Vigilante Task Force is killing everyone that they can. Children, everyone. They're just doing all that. We get Punisher. You're just absolutely going to town on these people. We get another scene about morality between Daredevil and the Punisher, which made for one of the best scenes in season 2, obviously, where Matt's like asking why Frank kills so many people and what happens when the day where someone decides that he's the one that needs to die. But anyways, I love this episode. I think it's basically a perfect finale. These last 2 episodes brought a pretty, not incoherent, but a pretty not the most jointed together season into something that had a pretty good ending and a great cliffhanger for the next season. It also set up the Punisher special. But, obviously, also this episode gets a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Anyways, my best episode is the penultimate episode of Isle of Joy. Yeah, they mimicked season 3 in my opinion of how they did the penultimate and finale are both 10 out of 10s. They maxed it. I mean, not in quality. I think New Napkin and One Last Shot are better than both these episodes. Maybe not one last. Anyways, yeah. Point is, they did really well with this. I absolutely love this episode. Some of the shots are gorgeous. I love Bullseye breaking out of prison and seeing him back. He's just so good. Vanessa being the one to kill Foggy. The only bad part that I can tell you about this episode is Heather can be annoying, especially with the line, Daredevil didn't save me, I saved myself. Oh, shut up. Shut up. You were going to die. Anyways, yeah, I love this episode. And it's personally probably the best episode of Marvel television we've gotten since Glorious Purpose. And that's saying a lot, since that means it's above Death's Hand in Mind and... What is it? Remember Me. Or Remember It. So, yeah, that's my opinion.